You are my favorite. Oh my god, I love you. What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerdgasm. As always, I am your host, Charles Fernandez. I was lucky enough that I got to watch Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I'm here to give the Nerdgasm review. But it's not just me on this episode. Very excited. We also have Spider-Man! Spider-Man! Claudia is going to be joining us on this episode of the Nerdgasm. She went and saw it with me, so she's going to help us do the review today, and we're so excited to have her on the show.
Fuck yeah. Can I say that?
You can, yeah, that's allowed on here. We're gonna review Spider-Man Brand New Day. So here we go.
Okay. That's too much.
What you nerds might not know is Claudia's been here since day one. So she's actually helped me since the very beginning.
Yeah, all the way from what, like 8, 10?
It's 10 years.
10 years
10 years
ago.
now, yeah,
Wow.
10 years ago in our apartment in Toronto. Let's start the review with no spoilers, just giving general feedback about overall how we felt without spoiling.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Okay.
What did you think overall?
Okay. I thought it was a little sad. Like, there was definitely more emotion in this. Obviously, we all know what happened in the last one. Mm-hmm. Everyone forgets him. So he's on his own, and his only friend is Frank Castle. So I think that really affects his mood and emotions. That's his only outlet of people who he talks to.
When you say sad, it's that there's a little bit, like you do see the sad reality of Peter being forgotten. He's really on his own, completely alone. It's kind of sad seeing, such a positive, amazing hero be really lonely. But it's not sad all throughout the movie.
No, not sad throughout the movie. Visually, really cool. Charles plays a lot of the Spider-Man game, and this reminded me a lot of what we see in that game. The beautiful sunrises, the flying through the air, the flips and tricks that he does. So that was really cool. Definitely worth seeing in theaters.
It's a really gorgeous movie. The cinematography is really nice. And then obviously throwing in Spider-Man, very bright colors. Mm-hmm. For me, it felt like this was the first MCU movie that truly felt like a comic book came to life. Like flipping through the pages, seeing shot for shot. My favorite is like the 90s animated Spider-Man show. This felt like a live action episode of that show. It really did. You do not need to know anything about the MCU. You don't even really need to know what came before these. If you just want to go see this movie, go see this movie. Because like when we were kids growing up, whatever episode was on TV, we just watched. Like, sure, we had questions, but we weren't like, oh, I can't watch this because I don't know where Scorpion came from. Like, no, we just watch it.
I could see that. It's definitely a Tom Holland first, Spider-Man first kind of movie. You can go in blind and just enjoy it for what it is.
It's 2026. Everybody Googles and looks up everything. Like, there's no way we didn't all Google The Odyssey right before we went to go see it or as soon as we got home. If you really have questions, you can really just look it up. Or if it's that good, then you know that there's other shit to watch.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Almost spilled all the spoilers right there. Anyways, overall, we loved it. Go see it. You definitely need to see this in theaters.
So we also saw it in 3D, and usually when you see a movie in 3D, it's like
super lame.
But because of the swinging aspect, because of the POV shots where you're swinging through the air, it really made a difference.
So now we can get into the spoilers. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Spoilers everywhere. We're going to dive into this. Who is Sadie Sink in this movie?
Why does she take up so much of the movie?
Right. Why is she so important? Claudia, take it away. Who is Sadie Sink in this movie?
She's Jean Grey. Dun, dun, dun.
She is Jean Grey. The fans were right. They did a really good job. They did a really cool job with her.
They gave a little bit of her background story. So I don't know in the comic books if she has family. Like
I don't know this either.
Specifically. But in the movie, that's her driving force. She's looking for her sister.
Who's also a telepath. Jean is kind of a villain. She is a little bit of a villain. She's a misunderstood character. Like, she's one of those misunderstood. But there is a whole part of this movie where she's scary. Her ability used in the wrong way can be extremely dangerous. Right. You definitely see that in this movie. Like, and
does that mean, do you think that they'll end up, because Jean Grey is so pivotal to X-Men in general. Do you think they're going to set her up long term? Is that why they
Oh,
chose
yeah.
Sadie Sink?
Yeah, 100%. There's a bunch of X-Men casting rumors, so I don't know if Disney's officially confirmed this, but the big rumor is Samara Weaving is playing Emma Frost, which is a big X-Men character, and they had her in First
The
Class.
Diamond Lady?
Yeah, the woman from Obsession, Nikki.
Yes.
I'm
Nikki?
blanking on her name. Indy.
No.
She's everyone's falling in love with her, rightfully so. She's stirring up a little bit of buzz because she officially confirmed on a podcast that she did meet with the writer and director of the new X-Men movie that they're currently casting, and she said it was a great meeting.
Oh, great.
And then they asked her, who would you want to play, and she said Mystique.
But we're getting off topic, aren't we? Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. So Punisher. What did you think of Punisher?
He was funny. He didn't get the R-rated version of him.
We did,
cussing
but
up a storm.
Spider-Man kept him in check.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was really great to see him, and I guess they formed this unnatural bond. Not unnatural, I guess, just this bond where
It's very father-son by the end.
Yeah.
By
Uncle,
the end of it.
uncle.
Yeah. Spider-Man does what Spider-Man's supposed to, and he brings out a little bit of hope back in Frank. But the grumpiness is there, like the character's there. Just because he's not saying fuck and all these things, it didn't take away from it. It actually really made it funny because they address it. Their banter is great. Like,
it's
really
awesome. We would go back to the very beginning of the movie. It's Spider-Man on his own. He's figuring out the world, and the biggest comic book influence is it's him fighting all these vigilantes, and it does a
montage.
splash?
It does a quick montage in the beginning because to show that it's been 5 years since No Way Home. So he's been the hero of New York for 5 years, and they're also showing that he's developing arch nemesis like Scorpion. So that's how they work. Scorpion is Scorpion's an ongoing villain that they fight repeatedly, and we haven't really seen that yet with Spider-Man in the MCU, which is classic to the comic book. And using Scorpion, by the way, he is so good. And he's perfect as Scorpion, really good.
Great villain.
The Scorpion bits are phenomenal. They're really, really good right out of the comic book / cartoon. I wish they did have more. Just me being greedy as a fanboy, I wish we got a little bit more of that.
Yes.
And I do wish they gave him the mask. Part of what makes Scorpion iconic, he's got a really cool mask that he wears in it. So Punisher's awesome. They did a really good job. Zendaya tricked us. She tricked me. But I really thought she was trying to tell us the symbiote was going to be in this.
With that black dress.
No symbiote. There's no symbiote. And it makes sense. It totally makes sense. It would be kind of too much. That would be the one thing if the symbiote just showed up and they just started using it. Might be a little bit insane.
Him realizing that he's changing as a human. He can no longer be the young Spider-Man and
just the kid.
Hopeful, just a kid, and now is figuring out those abilities, which I thought was really cool because they brought in nature and the evolution of a spider in general, how it goes through 3 phases
and
in
he goes
life,
through it. You see
and
the
how
webbing.
There's molting and how his arachnid hormones are increasing, and that was really cool. So just seeing what else he could do, and then the funniest scene is when he finally gets webbing of his own. And
it's really awesome.
It's very
it's oozing
can I
out
say
of him.
Cum shots.
It's very cummy.
Cummy.
Yeah, it literally is oozing.
He gets grossed out about it. Could you imagine oozing out of random places of your body? Before that, he tries to inhibit it, and that's why we get the Hulk.
So he visits Bruce Banner because he's like, how does Bruce maintain the Hulk staying away? And he has that inhibitor, or what is it? Inhibitor that he had in She-Hulk. Because I totally forgot that was a big part of She-Hulk, was he invented that technology, and that's where Peter gets the idea of making a universal one.
Yes.
Because he also wants to put it on Jean. Because if he can make a universal one, that as soon as it's put on any mutant, it oppresses their superpower. And that's one way they can stop Jean.
Also dangerous tech to have in the hands of damage control, now that I think about it.
Oh,
because
everything
if they got
is.
that, they could just control powers turn them on and off.
And then you have a great scene where Spider-Man's like, Dr. Banner, and he's like, no Banner, only Hulk. Oh, man, and he turns around and he's full Hulk, and Spider-Man just goes, oh my god, I didn't know you could get that big. Because he's never seen him.
Like the biggest Hulk, back in Thor Hulk.
Yeah, like Rage Hulk, full Rage Hulk, and then it leads to one of the coolest scenes we've ever seen.
Great.
Punisher shows up, realizes huge mistake.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he shows up, What is he gonna do? But Frank holds his own against Hulk for a moment there.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking holds his own down. It's a great scene.
Nobody wants to fight the Hulk.
One surprise cameo did not expect at all was Black Widow.
Oh, Yelena Belova.
There it is, Yelena.
Yelena Belova, because
Yeah.
it's not Black Widow, really.
Well, she is. She's the new Black Widow.
She's the new Black
She's
Widow.
the new Black
so
Widow.
she just took over that.
Yeah. And I love. She also name drops the new Avengers. She has a whole bit.
Oh, yes.
She's like, the new Avengers deal with big
Small
potatoes.
potatoes,
Yeah,
big
you're
potatoes.
part of the reason is they found a very funny way to give us one of the funniest Spider-Man costumes, which is Spider-Man with just the mask on and a towel. It's something they've
Yes.
always worked in the video game
Because
and the
her
comics.
office is a bathhouse.
It's a bathhouse.
So she just hangs out in
Right.
the water, and that's how she says it's a way to know that nobody has weapons on her.
Yeah.
But we all know she wants to see Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'm so happy that we're at this point in the MCU that we can just get stories where we just drop into these characters' lives. Obviously, because this is the last movie before Doomsday, there was a lot of... I thought so too. I thought there would be set up to Doomsday. There isn't really, which is actually pretty sweet. It's good that they didn't throw that in at the end and they didn't feel the need to. The after credit scene does allude to Secret Wars.
Yes. You
in
don't
my
need to
opinion.
stay for it, though. I don't think you need to stay for it. You're not.
If
gonna
you're a
miss.
true fan, you will, but I get what she's saying.
Like, it just tells you that Spider-Man will be back, which is great. And then just to talk about the whole Ned and MJ of it all, you know, him finally getting to connect, you realize the spell did work. They can't remember anything, but he finally gets a chance to interact with them. It feels at home because they have this cool scene where they're all hanging out, but he's still in his Spider-Man mask.
They're hanging out with Spider-Man, which is really cool.
And he's introduced himself because he has to save MJ. Jean Grey does something so sinister that it hurts your heart.
It's a hard scene. It's a tough scene.
But it's so good.
Yes.
And in the end, they are together, but they don't remember.
We are having theories about this. What do we know about spells, especially in the MCU? A spell can be broken. A spell can stop. It's not a forever thing. At the end, it is alluding to that the spell is starting to wear off a little bit.
Somehow. So Jean Grey freezes everyone. And
Her power
expands.
explodes.
Yes,
and
out
she
of
creates
range.
a WandaVision. She creates a WandaVision dome where everyone is stuck in it, but they're alive. They're conscious. So the theory is that while Jean was holding them in that spell and they were trapped in it, it started wearing down those mental spells or those mental holdings on them. It looks like they're starting to remember more because, and I always say Zendaya, but MJ's on the roof wearing the broken necklace that Peter gave her in Far From Home, and there's no reason for her to wear that because I don't think he mentions it in the note at all, and she wouldn't have remembered that. But it clearly shows something is coming back.
It's something that she has, but she can't place.
And then the big moment is with Ned.
Does a handshake.
They do their iconic handshake without him saying anything.
I don't think it could be something you undo, but it's definitely something you can gain back. And then at the end, you finally get the Spider-Man that we know who always has his friends, his back. And he won't be as so secluded, so sad.
He won't be so sad.
Because he was definitely sad.
Yeah, and Yelena even makes a big, she's like sad. She says sad hero. She calls him sad spider.
You're a sad hero.
Oh, it's nice to see you with friends. You're not so sad no more. Yeah.
The one thing that I do hope they do is I liked the character building out of this story because as someone who doesn't follow all of the MCU and storyline, it matters to me to have a substance to the story. It can't just be like, oh, he faces a villain in the first act of the movie and then another villain in the second act of the movie, and it was just all about action, adventure. I like the story building concept, so this one was great because we get to know Tom Holland's Spider-Man a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
more than
figure out his character arc, and now he has these new abilities where his sense is heightened, his sound is heightened, his now he has his own webs. He doesn't have to use all this tech.
It was very symbiote.
You gotta move on. You gotta move on.
Go see this movie in theaters. Go see it again. Don't worry about all the other movies in the MCU. Just go see a good, really good Spider-Man movie. We absolutely loved it. It's nerd approved, 100%. This movie is nerd approved. Yeah, that's it for this issue of the Nerdgasm. Thank you again to Claudia for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to have you on more episodes because this was a lot of fun. That's it, nerds. So make sure to like, comment, share, and most importantly, make sure to subscribe on your way out. And we'll see you next time on the Nerdgasm. Pew! Yeah! Pew, pew, pew! Spider-Man! Pew! woo! Cookie's like, what is going on?